The Krabby Patty secret formula is what now? SpongeBob SquarePants still holds up as one of the most revolutionary cartoons of all time, but the show has made itself a prime target for dark fan theories.
Hello, French narrator speaking.
Hey, Frenchie, it's me, Sandy.
Ah, Sandy Cheeks, how is it hanging?
Welcome to The Rewind. These are the most twisted SpongeBob fan theories. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for good luck. Patchy is the Flying Dutchman.
Say, you didn't bring SpongeBob with you, did you? Gee, I sure hope he got his invitation.
I'd sure like to go to this party, but I can't read the invitation.
Throughout the show, pirates have always been a looming theme. I mean, it's literally the first thing you see in the opening. One theory suggests that the Bikini Bottom legend, the Flying Dutchman, is actually the ghost of Patchy the Pirate, a real-world pirate separate from the cartoon, as well as SpongeBob's #1 fan. Aside from sounding almost identical, the two also share similar attire, and it would also explain who the undead pirate was before donning his paranormal name.
You get 3 wishes.
Wishes? I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay, you got 2 wishes left.
Pearl is Mr. Krabs' sugar baby.
Don't forget my new flipper slippers, Daddy.
Darling, I won't.
Now, I know this isn't usually our territory when we cover cartoons, but we're just sharing what comes to our attention. Indeed, one fan suggests that Mr. Krabs isn't really Pearl's father figure, but instead a sugar daddy figure. Seeing as how the two look nothing alike and Pearl's immensely materialistic nature, it would explain why Krabs needs every last penny he can get his mitts on. His obsession with money is just a means to an end, financially supporting Pearl for reasons that, well, we're gonna leave to your imagination. Even though we'd prefer you don't think about it. At all, actually.
But I really can't wait to spend all your hard-earned money on shoes.
Patrick is a genius.
You simply changed the literal term to a coefficient. Even the simplest of mammals could figure it out with a little thought.
What do you mean by that, Patrick?
It's a known fact that Patrick isn't the sharpest star in the sea, and his actions make it pretty clear that he won't change anytime soon. However, people have speculated that Patrick's stupidity is actually the result of getting hit in the head at some point in his life, as seen in the episode Patrick's Smart Pants. In this episode, Patrick's concussion causes the starfish to gain newfound knowledge, making him way smarter than any character in the series, including Sandy. After landing on his head again, Patrick regains his stupidity, which just leaves us all wondering if maybe there was more truth to his genius persona than we were led to believe.
Are you quite sure I found this activity to be fun?
The 7 Deadly Sins.
He'd sell your soul for a couple of bucks. 62 cents.
I'll take the money.
SpongeBob is full of colorful and eccentric characters, so everyone's bound to stand out in some way. One fan suggested that the 7 main characters represent the 7 deadly sins. Greed for Mr. Krabs, envy for Plankton, sloth for Gary, pride for Sandy, wrath for Squidward, gluttony for Patrick, and lust for SpongeBob. Now, there's not much evidence that backs up this theory aside from superficial observations, but we can tell that they definitely had fun putting this one together.
Especially you, Squidward.
Purposely failed boat exams.
Mrs. Pop! Mrs. Pop!
Whoa! What?
It's okay.
We all know that SpongeBob has never gotten his boating license, and we can safely assume it will never happen. To Mrs. Puff's credit, she has tried everything in her power to help him pass, even letting him outright cheat on the exam. But what if he already knew how to operate a vehicle? Well, in a few instances, he does. He does a phenomenal job driving the paddy wagon for SpongeBob movie, and even drives a rock in the pizza episode. Someone suggests that he's prolonging his boating school lessons on purpose just to spend more time in class. Or maybe it's just because he likes getting on Mrs. Puff's nerves.
No! It's quite all right. You can cheat. SpongeBob.
Mrs. Puff's dark past.
I hope I still remember how to do this. Yeah.
While we're on the topic, Mrs. Puff is one of the few characters with real development over the course of the show. What used to be a sweet teacher becomes a resentful criminal willing to do whatever it takes to rid herself of SpongeBob. Evidence suggests that Mrs. Puff moved from a different city and changed her name to hide an ugly past and start a new life. This isn't just speculation either. These seeds have been littered all throughout the show.
I'll have to move to a new city, start a new boating school with a new name. No, not again.
Bikini Bottom was made from nuclear testing.
SpongeBob? Patrick?
Another one of the more popular SpongeBob theories suggests that Bikini Bottom was under Island Bikini Atoll, which is not only where nuclear weapons were tested, but it's also what the bikini swimsuit was named after. This means that the city we see in the cartoon is the actual bottom of Bikini Atoll on the Marshall Islands, where the US government conducted 23 nuclear tests during the Cold War, making SpongeBob and his aquatic friends the subject of nuclear radiation exposure.
What kind of monsters would want to keep fish folk in jail like this? They're so beautiful.
The Krabby Patty formula is whale meat.
Your mother knows the Krabby Patty formula? Of course she does. It's an old Krabs family recipe.
Okay, we are not joking. This one right here might actually be the real deal. We've always wondered what was in those Krabby Patties, or where crabs would even get the meat necessary to make them all. It's been widely speculated that Mr. Krabs once killed a large sperm whale in his past, which is how he managed to adopt Pearl when she was an infant. What most people wouldn't even consider is what Mr. Krabs does with the body of the aforementioned sperm whale. Someone out there believes that Krabs is serving whale meat in the form of Krabby Patties, using the whale's remains as his seemingly endless supply. But it doesn't stop there. Someone also suggests that Krabs is raising Pearl only to slaughter her when she's an adult and keep the cycle going. Yeah, that got dark super quick.
Mother of Pearl! Mother of Pearl! Holy Mother of Pearl!
Squilliam is a fraud.
Is that true?
Of course not! I'm filthy stinking rich!
Squidward's arch-rival, Squilliam Fancy Son, is well known for being rich, famous, and hot in his underwear. But what if we told you that Squilliam's rich persona is nothing but a ruse to deceive Squidward? There's a few pieces of evidence to back this up throughout the show. But one fan took this theory even further and concluded that Squidward and Squilliam only resent each other because they used to date in the past. Man, talk about a plot twist!
I'm the leader of a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week.
television theory.
It wants to learn about our world, and it's chosen us.
What? Yay! Oh, we've been chosen.
One of the most speculated, although outlandish, theories is that the entire show is self-aware and that every episode we watch is being filmed by human cameramen. We get a few glimpses of weird human characters throughout the show, but they're usually referred to as pedestrians or not acknowledged at all in the slightest. In some occasions, we do get hints of a production set taking place behind the scenes, even going as far as having a human wielding a video camera in broad daylight. Obviously, we could never know for certain, but something fishy is definitely going on there.
What happened?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
And that's gonna be it, folks. What did you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out these other videos from The Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future uploads.